Okay, welcome to this video on our continuation discussing the crypto ecosystem. So we're going to look at a few more categories. So one of the categories, the biggest plays we've spoken about previously was the DeFi ecosystem. And if you have a look at the DeFi ecosystem, currently Terra Luna has got the highest market cap, and then we've got Uniswap, Avalanche, Chainlink, and you can scroll down to educate yourself on the DeFi ecosystem. There is a lot of stats that we've gone through. The next category that's starting to kick into gear quite aggressively is the NFT space. So NFT space, NFT stands for non-fungible token. So the fungibility of something, it means it's not unique. So you could have 10 $100 bills, and if you give someone a $100 bill and they borrowed it from you and they came back a week later and they gave you back the $100 bill, but they could have just given you any dollar, any $100 bill. They don't have to specifically give you the same one back. So when something is non-fungible, it means it's unique. They would have had to give you the same exact $100 back. So something like an artwork, like the Mona Lisa, would be non-fungible, meaning it's unique. There can be only one original. So the space has grown quite a bit, and if you look at the NFT marketplace, it's worth quite a bit currently. So Axie Infinity is leading the top with a total asset value of $1.9 billion, which is quite astounding. CryptoPunks is at $1.26 billion. And if you scroll down, we've got Bored Apes sitting at 540 billion. So this has been a unique space where NFTs can be minted on or created on a platform like OpenSea, where content creators like artists can go and create their artwork and they can sell it on the marketplace of OpenSea via auctions, or they can have set prices. And the NFTs are commanding quite exuberant prices depending on their rarity and their functionality. Their prices can vary. So you can go to the OpenSea platform, www.opensea.io, and play around and go and have a look at what sort of artworks are. So if you have a look, this particular artwork, the Ape Gang, is selling for 1 Ethereum. So currently 1 Ethereum is sitting in the region of $4,000. So it's quite a substantial amount. And you've got different ones where you've got the soccer club, the Doge Club, where this particular one is much cheaper, sitting at 0.059 Ether. So the other important thing is with non-fungible tokens, you can collect a commission. So say if you bought this little artwork and you sold it to someone else. So you can set a commission to say each time this artwork changes hands, I want a commission of 5%. So every time it's resold, you will get 5% of whatever the sales value is, or the sales price. So this becomes a very interesting concept for things like music, artwork. So in the future, it's going to become very valuable. So if you have a look at some of the different categories, we have art, music, you can sell domain names, virtual worlds, trading cards like baseball cards, etc., collectibles, sports. So the functionality with time will increase. So non-fungible tokens are going to be something of great value. So it's quite a relatively new space. So it's just whetting your appetite to go and do some research on it. And it holds great opportunity. The one word of caution regarding non fungible tokens, it can fetch quite a bit of value or the sales price can be high, but in some cases or instances, the liquidity can be very low because obviously artwork has a distinctive taste component. So it's not that easy to sell something where if you've got a unique taste and you wanted something, the walls of your painting, or you chose a color of purple and some quite might be hideous to someone else, but it might be quite unique to yourself and you love it. So it just depends on the tastes of different people, the supply and demand dynamics come into being. So you just need to be aware of the liquidity and as to who might want to buy it when you are ready to resell. So that's something you need to keep in mind. So that's covering the NFT space. So if we go back into categories, I'm just going to go through the broad categories. Some of the other categories are exchange tokens. So if you have a look, we've got the centralized exchanges like Binance, Coinbase, etc., where they are currently holding the highest value in the market, with Binance trading currently the volume $29 billion in 24-hour period. Coinbase doing $5 billion, FTX $2.5 billion. So you can scroll down and have a look. And then also amongst the exchanges, so this is a centralized exchange, so it's CEX, centralized exchange. The DEXs is the decentralized exchange. So the decentralized exchanges are now increasing in market share, and with time, they are going to be eating a lot of the market share of the centralized exchanges. So if you have a look, this on the decentralized exchange, Uniswap is leading, and we've got PancakeSwap that sits on the Binance Smart Chain. And so when we're looking to purchase tokens or coins, some of the categories we could look at, or some of the tokens in the different ecosystems, are the DEX exchange coins. So I particularly have been looking at Radium, which is on the Solana network, and because it's relatively new, it is an opportunity to get into Radium coin in the early stages while the price is still appreciating and it's good value for money. So some of the other decentralized exchanges, you can have a look. Serum DEX is also sitting on the Solana network. That's got a small market cap currently of 143 billion. So million, not billion, 143 million, which has an opportunity to rival some of the bigger decentralized exchanges. So with time, foresee that value increasing from 143 million to even billion. So that's some opportunity there. Okay, so we go back. We're going to look at some of the other categories. So I've given you a reasonable amount of intel into the system. So we've got the Polkadot ecosystem that we spoke about earlier on. That's the next up and coming mainnet launch. So I suggest you go through the Polkadot ecosystem, and there could be some gems that we could look at there. The Avalanche ecosystem as well. So go through that. And yeah, so in the next module, we're going to be looking at portfolio creation. So we might have a look and see at some of the coins that we might include in our portfolio, depending on what our requirements and needs are. So yes, thank you very much. It gives us a broad perspective of the crypto ecosystem, and it's basically your whole shopping mall or ecosystem. So now that you understand it and you know a little bit more about it, do your research, and then we'll be in a position where you can start adding this into your portfolio and creating value. Thank you.